Diagrammatic presentation is a technique of presenting numerical data through bar diagrams, pie diagrams, or pictograms. It is the most attractive way to represent statistical data that helps in visual comparison. Diagrammatic presentation has many advantages. It is very useful because data presented in the form of diagrams is simplest and easiest to understand. The entire data can be easily understood just at a glance. Secondly, diagrammatic presentation makes the data more attractive and interesting because diagrams tend to leave a long-lasting impact on the mind. Third, it is helpful in making comparisons between two or more groups or two or more periods. It is also very helpful in making forecasts because it provides a benchmark through which future trends can be easily forecasted. So, when data presented diagrammatically makes it easy to understand, to present, to compare, and to forecast future trends easily. As diagrammatic presentation is very attractive, one needs to follow certain guidelines in order to make a diagrammatic presentation of the data. There must be certain points that must be kept in mind while constructing the diagrams. The first and the most important one is having its appropriate title. Every diagram should be assigned a short and brief heading explaining the components of the diagram. This heading can be placed either right on the top of the diagram or just below it. Secondly, it is very necessary that the diagram has the proper size. It should neither be too small nor too large in proportion to the size of the page. As far as possible, it should be placed in the middle of the page. And third is the scale. That is, the construction of diagrams should be done with the proper geometric instrument and use of a proper scale. The scale used for the construction of the diagram should also be mentioned below the diagram in order to present the different items, such as maybe 1 unit is equal to 1000 kilometers or so. The next, the height and width of the diagram should be in appropriate proportion and they should be properly labeled. Next is about the index. That is, when various items are shown on a single diagram, then different shades and colors should be used to differentiate between them. An index explaining these should be given for clear identification and understanding. Then this is obvious that diagrams should be drawn accurately by using the proper scales of measurement. And not to forget that every diagram must have a footnote concerning the relevant information about the diagram and it must be placed below the diagram. Along with this, a note regarding the source from which the data has been collected should also be mentioned. Last but not the least, that the diagram should be as simple as possible and easily understandable even by a layman. Diagrams are categorized into four. One is the simplest ones, that is one-dimensional diagram, that is two-dimensional diagram, then three-dimensional diagram, and last is pictograms and cartograms. The difference between one-dimensional and two-dimensional diagram is that in the case of one-dimensional diagram, only the length of each bar varies. Width of each bar remains the same. Whereas in two-dimensional diagrams, there is a variation in not only length but also width of the bars. So one-dimensional diagrams include simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, percentage bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, and deviation bar diagram. Two-dimensional diagrams are in the form of a rectangle, circle, squares, and pie diagram. Three-dimensional diagrams are cube, cylinder, and blocks. And then pictograms and cartograms are in the form of pictures. Out of all these types, we are concerned with all one-dimensional diagrams, and in two-dimensional diagrams only pie diagram. That is all. Rest is not included in this syllabus. I hope you have understood the basics of having a diagrammatic presentation. From now onwards, in the coming few more videos, you will understand simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, percentage bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, deviation bar diagram, and pie diagram. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you. To learn more, visit our website and enroll in our courses to master economics and get a higher score in CBSE and CUET examination. With our current introductory offer, you can enroll in each of the courses for just Rs 999. So, seize the opportunity and join before the introductory offer expires. Like, share and subscribe to Ecostudys channel. Also, drop a comment. See you in the next session for another concept. Thank you.